Start your engine.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back here on a Sunday night. It's the Blazing Pedals Xfinity Series brought to us by Savage Edge Graphics. We're coming at you live tonight from Auto Club Speedway. We're going to be doing 120 laps here this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a wild race because it is the final race before the playoffs start here in Blazing Pedals. We got a few drivers who are sitting on the bubble tonight. Let me go ahead and pull up the points on my end. So sitting 16th currently in points is John Perkins in the number 33. Right behind him is Joshua Rutherford. Right behind him, Corey Rutherford, and Philip Van Vliet, the lone Dutchman, 19th in points. Now, I don't know who exactly could make it in the way the point system works. There are a few drivers who most certainly could, but right now, the couple that I talked to who are worried about it are Rick Thompson, John Perkins, Joshua Rutherford, and Corey Rutherford. Those guys, their main concern tonight, I talked to all of them, clean finish. Just get a good, solid finish here tonight and see where they come out and see if they can come out on top, get into the playoffs. We got about a minute and a half left to go here in practice. Currently, top of the board is none other than the number 88 of Jamie Walker, but Alex Harris in the number 74 is second on the board, 40.49. Mark Arthur third, 40.49 as well. Times are very, very close this evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be tight racing all around. Again, 120 laps. Drivers should be able to go about 15 to 20 laps on fuel. If you can stretch it, maybe about 22 if you're Dalton. Now that's his own words, ladies and gentlemen. Quoting Captain Save Fuel himself. We got about 30 seconds left to go here in practice. With that being said, everybody, it's time to head down trackside. So if you could please rise and remove your hats for tonight's national anthem. And thank you very much, Joshua Rutherford, for a great rendition of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please go check out Mullet Music Production over on YouTube, where Josh actually just the other day did a live performance. You can check out that video on his YouTube channel. So be sure to go show the love. Right now, we're taking a look at the number 64 of Joshua Rutherford, one of those drivers on the bubble here tonight, going into tonight's race. It's coming out of turn number 4, going to be taking the green flag here for his first lap. Only a couple other drivers currently out on track right now. Nicholas Okier making his return here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, in that number 9 MF Racing Designs Ford Mustang. Chris Legou in the number 71 puts up the first time of the evening of 40.90. Now, times are going to be getting a little bit quicker here in qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. You see the cloud coverage over the racetrack. Nice shaded racetrack. Track's going to be nice and cool. A lot of grip. Amanda Sherman second on the board, also with a 40.90. We got Mullet Music Productions out in chat. Says tonight's going to be a race of who can... what does that say? Ring out their cars the best. So I'm going to go Jamie Walker in the 88 Camaro. All right, Josh going for Jamie. Governor out in chat. Yay, NASCAR. Happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you very much for the birthday wishes. Ray Walker out there says he's going for Jamie Walker as well. As one of the other playoff bubble drivers here, Corey Rutherford, he had the pole for a second, just lost it to Larry Bell, but currently third on the charts on his second lap right now. First lap, 40.72. Let's see if the 5 can improve his second lap time, get a good starting position here tonight. Across the line for Corey Rutherford. He improves a little bit, but not enough to gain a position here. 40.70, going to hang on to, well, now 5th as Andy Poliski, his teammate, bumps him down a spot. Joshua Rutherford, a 40.66, good enough for 3rd position for the number 64. Good run out of Joshua there. Taking a look at the number 89 of Philip Van Vliet, the lone Dutchman, going down the back straightaway right now on his second lap. First lap was a 40.80, good enough for 6th position. See if the number 89 can improve on his time here on his second lap. He is another driver, is kind of out of the realm of the playoffs, but really good finishing position here tonight. Maybe if he could get that win, he might be able to get himself up in the top 16. Second lap a little bit quicker, 40.73, but does not move up on the board. Currently 6th. Well, we have some people out in chat going for him. He's out on track on his second lap right now. That's the 88 of Jamie Walker. Through turns 3 and 4. First lap of 41 flat. 12th on the board. Let's see what he can do here coming out of turn number 4 and across the line for the 88 of Walker. Quick time, 40.57 for the 88 of Jamie Walker. On provisional pole right now with about 5 minutes left to go in qualifying. Another driver who's been relatively good at this track a few times in the past in this series is the number 41 of Captain Save Fuel, Dalton Kilrow, on his second lap right now. First lap, 40.79. Let's see what Dalton can do here. Running that high groove through 3 and 4, out of turn number 4 and across the line for the 41 of Kilrow. What can he do? Quick time, 41 of Dalton Kilrow, 40.55. 40.55 for the number 41 of Dalton Kilrow. Takes provisional pole away from Jamie Walker. Good lap out of the number 41. Out on track now, the number 24 of Sam Lawson. The Governor. Heard in practice. The governor, not a big fan of this racetrack. See what he can do here in qualifying. He's on his first lap right now, running the high line. Lori out in chat saying, come on, Mark and Tanner. I don't think Tanner's racing tonight, Lori. I think Tanner is actually under the weather, so wish him the best recovery. First lap for Samuel Lawson, 15th with a 40.90 for the 24 of Samuel Lawson on his first lap. Let's see what he can do here on his second. Quite a few drivers went out on track here late in qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. Drivers like Mark Arthur, Kyle Wildman Wellman, Mike Hamlin, Chris Carroll, Corey Sherman. So a lot of new times are going to be popping up here rather quickly. We're still taking a look at the number 24 of Samuel Lawson, currently 16th on the charts. Out of turn number 4 and across the line for the number 24, Samuel Lawson. Fourth fastest. Knocks about 3/10 off of his first time as Ty Morosco bumps him down to 5th. But Samuel Lawson, 40.64. Now, Ty Morosco, that was his first lap. Still running the classic DQ car. The number 1 Ford Mustang, Ty Morosco, down the back straightaway on his second lap here. First lap was a 40.62, good enough for 4th position. Left to go here in qualifying, ladies and gentlemen, is Ty Morosco. Quick time for the number 1 of Ty Morosco, 40.53. So Ty Morosco puts it on provisional pole right now. Does anybody have anything for the number 1 of Ty Morosco? Great lap. Kyle Wildman Wellman, 27th on the chart right now, 41.05. With about a minute and a half left to go, Ty Morosco's got to be happy about that qualifying run. Out of turn number 4 for the number 42 of Wildman Wellman. Ooh, it looks like he clipped the grass a little bit right there. Might invalidate that time. It does not. A 40.60 for Wellman goes 4th quickest. Number 23 of Kobe Sutphin going to try and get out there and get a lap in here with a minute left to go in qualifying. Maybe not. Steven Johnson's out on track though in that number 2 machine. New paint scheme out of the number 2. Love to see it. So thank you all very much for tuning in tonight on True Sim Productions for the Blazing Pedals Xfinity Series brought to us by Savage Edge Graphics. Again, 120 laps here tonight. It's going to be a good one. Last race before the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, we are taking a week off next week, I believe is what Mark told me. So a week off next week, and the following week we'll be back to start the playoffs. First lap for Steven Johnson, a 41.24. I don't know if he's going to be able to finish qualifying here with 5 seconds left to go. That does wrap up qualifying. Ty Morosco hangs on to the pole. How about that? MF Racing Designs 1-2 here at Auto Club starting this one. But ladies and gentlemen, with Terry unfortunately retiring, I got to get through this grid by myself. So what do you say we go ahead and fire it up? Starting on the pole tonight is going to be Ty Morosco in the number 1. Dalton Kiro is going to be starting to his outside in 2nd. Jamie Walker rolling off P3. Kyle Wildman Wellman starting in 4th. Taylor Butcher Benjamin's going to be starting in 5th with Samuel Lawson, the Governor starting in 6th. 7th is going to be Larry Bell with Joshua Rutherford to his outside in 8th. Mike Hamlin is going to be starting in 9th position with Brian Dees rolling off in 10th. John Perkins is going to be starting in 11th with Mark Arthur starting 12th. Moving on down, Andy Polisky is going to be starting 13th with Chris Berg to his outside in 14th. Dustin Ping is going to be rolling off in 15th position with Alex Harris to his outside in 16th. Corey Rutherford starts 17th here tonight with Chris Carroll rolling off 18th. Phil Van Vliet, the lone Dutchman, going to be starting 19th tonight with Derek Paulson to his outside in 20th. Dave Seats is going to be rolling off 21st with Paul Ellison starting 22nd. Brad Collins starting 23rd here this evening with Joe Alberico rolling off in 24th. Brian Flanagan in the number 13 is going to be starting 25th here tonight with Mike Massengill to his outside in 26th. Corey Sherman going to be starting 27th with his teammate Aaron Bockover right beside him in 28th. Amanda Sherman, also TNA Motorsports, going to be starting 29th here, and Chris Legoo, teammate as well. Look at that. TNA Motorsports, 27, 28, 29, and 30th. Casey Campbell going to be starting 31st. Rick Thompson, 32nd. Jason Bauer, 33rd. Steven Johnson, 34th. Nicholas Okier is going to be starting in 35th. Fred Thompson, in 36th. And Kobe Sutphin, shotgun on the field here tonight in 37th. It's the Blazing Pedals Xfinity Series brought to us by Savage X Graphics. 120 laps here at Auto Club. It's time to get it out. Great shot of the field as we head down the back straightaway. 37 cars here tonight at Auto Club, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Falk Racing Designs, MF Racing Designs. Front row, Jamie Walker, Wildman Wellman there in row 2. Pace car is going to make that hard left turn down to pit road. And Ty Morosco leads him down to the green flag, and we are racing here at Auto Club. Not a good launch there for Morosco's. Kilroe's actually going to be able to hold that outside lane going into turns 1 and 2. Wildman Wellman's going to go all the way to the top side of the racetrack as Jamie Walker jumps down to the bottom. Ty Morosco goes to the bottom, slides up in front of his teammate, maintains the race lead as we head down the back straightaway. Everybody fanning out. Almost 3 wide back there. You see Larry Bell, Mike Hamlin, John Perkins. Remember, John Perkins on the bubble here this evening, trying to fight his way into the playoffs. Such great camera angles here at Auto Club. Battle for the race lead, though, as Dalton Kilroe takes a peek to the inside. It's going to go all the way down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Ty Morosco to go and run the middle this time. Wildman Wellman all over the back bumper of the 1 as we come out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. So I was talking to a few drivers before the race, ladies and gentlemen. They are going to have to double stint tires at least once tonight. How hard are you willing to go in this first run? Everybody doing a really great job. A lot of good racing, a lot of different lines being ran thus far. We take lap 3 of 120. Fastest lap of the race last time by was actually Mike Hamlin in the number 28. He's running that top groove. He's got Mark Arthur to his inside. Battle for the 8th position right there. So we go back up front. Ty Morosco and Dalton Kilroe still duking it out for the race lead here. And Wildman Wellman just following them. So you see Samuel Lawson actually making up a couple of positions here. Started back there in 6th, now up to 4th. Trying to fight Brian Dees right there. Dees looking to the inside here down the front straightaway. Look at that, everybody. Normally we see this league, they will single file out and they'll get spread out and run it, but everybody trying to make moves here. This track puts on such great racing. Sam Lawson gets around Brian Dees right there to take over fourth. So Brian Dees rounds out the top 5. Dees has his teammate Taylor Butcher Benjamin right behind him. Jamie Walker kind of falling back a little bit, but could this be strategy being played by that number 88? Same with Mark Arthur. Mark has actually gained about 3 spots since the start of the race, but kind of sitting in 9th position. Derek Paulson has already moved up 10 spots since the start of this race. He's sitting in 10th spot right now. Oh, caution! Definitely going to be a caution right here. We caught that live. Brian Dees. Issues for the number 17. What happened? Let's go back and take a look right here. See if we can't get a good angle on it. Oh, Mike Hamlin and Dees. See if we can't get another angle at it. So it looks like Dees is trying to maybe kind of slide up in front of Hamlin. I mean, that's going to be tough. Race control going to be race control is going to have a tough time with that one, I think. Let's watch it full speed. Yeah, it kind of looks like Dees might have came up. Oh, Mark Arthur got some damage in that. Andy Poliski as well. A couple other drivers, I think, back here might have got something. It looked like Corey Rutherford had shown me got a piece of it. Yeah, he got tagged by the 13. Taylor Butcher Benjamin, he got a piece of it as well. I mean, that's when we saw a big hit right there on the right front to Mark Arthur. Man. Tight racing. I mean, we're going to have that here at Auto Club. Wild restarts, tight racing. Looks like we got a few takers on pit road. Jamie Walker's one of them. He's going to bring a whole line of cars down. As we are getting word from race control that caution is on the number 17 of Brian Dees. Shout out to the Hammer. Dropping it down here tonight at Auto Club. I say it. The way that car was sitting, I was like, there's no way Jamie took tires here on lap 7. There ain't no way. But Ty Morosco, Dalton Kilroe, Kyle Wellman, Sam Lawson, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Derek Paulson, Joshua Rutherford, and Corey Rutherford, these drivers stayed out. Now, they are still going to have the opportunity to pit here once they come back around. But is this strategy being played by everybody else? I think if they've seen that many people coming down pit road, they might want to come down and top off. It might be beneficial to them. I know a few drivers were worried about the race kind of ending as a fuel race here tonight. But again, they're going to have to double stint a set of tires at least once. I was hearing some drivers say twice. Did not elect to bring it down pit side, so now we have some varying strategies we can talk about here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're on lap 8 of 120. We got about 113 laps to go. Now, because I know this league and I know they can run really long green flag runs, I think we're going to do something special for you while we have the advantage to under caution, and because Auto Club provides some great camera angles, I think we're going to do a crank it up on this restart. So go ahead and grab the remotes and get your TVs ready. If you're wearing headphones, headphone warning. I mean, we're talking 8 cars stayed out, whereas the rest of the field came down pit road. Brian D's still on pit road. Waiting to see if we can get a word with them in the infield care center here in a minute. I'll keep an eye out. All right, drivers, don't let me down. We're going to do it. Timer Roscoe. Gonna fire him off in the restart zone. How about we do a True Sim Productions crank it up? I love the crank it up cameras. And ladies and gentlemen, I have just fresh out of the infield care center is the number 17 of Brian Dees. Dees, what happened out there, man?
I think it was just a little bit of 3-wide racing, and I definitely take the blame for that one. I think that I was 3-wide in the middle with the 10 and the 28. Coming off the corner, the 28 got a run on corner exit on the high line. I was kind of taking the normal exit, heading up towards the wall. He kind of got to me, and I kind of just turned myself on his nose. So, yeah, big sorry to everybody involved there. And, yeah, 17 will take the blame on that one.
So, what's the damage looking like on the number 17? We're going to be able to get it back out there, salvage some points here tonight?
I don't know. We'll see. It was beat up pretty bad. It was like 10 minutes required, and then like another 12 or so optional. So I don't know. We'll see how we feel, and see if we can get back out there. It was looking like a real good race for MFRD. You know, kind of the whole team was battling up there towards the front. I felt like I had some speed early, and just, I guess, ran out of talent there. So,
well, Brian, I tell you what, it's unfortunate for you here tonight to get taken out so early, but thank you for talking with us, and glad you're all right.
Not a problem, and big happy birthday wish to the birthday boy up in the booth here.
Thanks, Brian. We'll get you back down there to your team.
All right, have a good night. Enjoy the race.
I gotta find your team here. Hold on. Where are you guys at? You're way down there. There we go. Brian Dees, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it. And that's the biggest thing, is that it is very, very unfortunate to get involved in something that early. But you heard him. Owned up to it. You know, that's what you want to hear. Good sport. It's really good sportsmanship. But back to the race after that crank it up. Ty Morosco out here leading the way. He does have his teammate Dalton Kilroy right behind him. Kyle Wellman still runs third. Taylor Butcher Benjamin there in fourth. Derek Paulson rounds out the top five. Now, even Brian just said it. Good night for MFRD. You got 4 of their cars up inside the top 5 right now. Jamie Walker back there lurking in 6th. And how about this, man? Joshua Rutherford, I mean, just out here nailing it right now. Inside the top 10. Needs a good finish to maybe make the playoffs. He was not very optimistic before the start of the race. However, I think he's starting to feel a little bit more optimistic now, being in 8th position. Let's go back and talk about this number 2 car of Steven Johnson, though. He's currently running 11th. He's battling Paul Ellison there on the outside, along with Dustin Ping in the 81. But Steven Johnson is currently up 23 positions since the start of this race. So currently biggest mover right now is the number 2 of Steven Johnson, having a really good run out there. He's actually tied. As I said, he's tied with Kobe Sutphin. Sutphin's running 13th right now. He's up 24 spots. As Johnson just got around Ellison, now Johnson's also up 24 spots. So 1 caution so far, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, 1 driver getting taken out of it. I think we need to get a eyeball on Mike Hamlin. He does have some damage to that car. At a track like this, in these race cars, everybody, it is going to hurt that car. He's going to be feeling it. I don't know if he's going to be able to manage it, but I mean, kind of running in the back right now. Got as much of it fixed as could. 33rd position. Same with Mark Arthur right behind him. Mark got some pretty significant damage in that last caution. See it on the front end right there. So just basically salvaging the night right now, but it is a freight train up top right now, ladies and gentlemen. You see Dalton has moved up top. Ty Morosco moved kind of towards the middle of the racetrack. Everybody just kind of moving around. Dalton probably trying to run a groove higher to get some fresh air to the nose of that race car, help it push it down into the ground, help the car rotate through the corner. Dirty air is the thing here. I've heard drivers say once you get out in that clean air, it's pretty much game over at certain places. You see Ty Morosco, he's barely hanging on up here in the lead, but that clean air is really helping him right now. So we come to take lap number 20 of 120. Remember, Dalton and Ty have yet to come down pit road. Then you have drivers like Jamie Walker, Alex Harrison, Steven Johnson. All these drivers came down on that lap 6 caution. Drivers can only do about 19 to 20 laps on fuel. I'd say about between 15 and 20. The most we're going to see is about 22 laps. We had that caution, so I'd say here within the next 5 laps, we're going to be seeing a few of these drivers up inside the top 5 come down pit road. Battle for the race lead right now. Down the back straightaway, Dalton Kilroy on Ty Morosco. Not able to get there. Problems for Wellman. I don't know if they made contact. They did. Let's go back and take a look at that. I must have, I was looking over at timing and scoring and missed it here. Oh, yeah, they did. How they saved that, I have no idea, but wow. Shout out to Terry Foster. Oh, yeah, that's rough. That's some hard racing. Got into the door a little bit. I mean, luckily they kept it straight, but you see Dalton's got that damage now, and it's just killing that race car. Oh, man, I love Auto Club. I love Auto Club, just how they all fan out on the racetrack like that. Everybody running different lines. Oh, we got a driver coming down pit road. That's Dalton Kilroy and Kyle Wellman. They both bring it down pit side. Roscoe still out on track. We have to keep an eye on this number 1 car because we know he will have to come down here in the next lap or so, I imagine. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I am trying to watch timing and scoring and watch the track all at the same time. And Steven Johnson is on a tear right now, everybody. 29 positions gained thus far. Oh, here we go. Bunch of drivers coming down pit road. Ty Morosco, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Derek Paulson, Samuel Lawson. All bringing it down pit side. Now, Walker can do about 6 more laps right now. I'm wondering if those drivers who had to pit early like that are kind of regretting it at this point. Not coming down on that lap 6 caution to top off. That's the gap 1-2 right there. After all them pit stops, those drivers coming out for pit stops, Steven Johnson out 32 positions, Kobe Sutphin up 33. Joshua Rutherford is going to be bringing it down pit side here. He went 1 lap longer than everybody else. He needs to nail this pit stop. This driver needs a good finish to be able to make it into the playoffs here tonight. Jamie Walker continues to lead the way right now. With Steven Johnson right behind him, Alex Harris runs 3rd, but Kobe Sutphin running that top groove. He's got a good run on the 74 right here down the back straightaway. As they're making their way around Corey Rutherford, who just came out of pit road. How about this driver? Here's another one. Has to find his way into the playoffs. The 76 of Rick Thompson. Hey, what? Why don't we go ahead? Go on board here with the 76 because we got him on in-car. Ladies and gentlemen, he's not the only driver we have on in-car here this evening. We also have Joshua Rutherford. Now remember, Josh went 1 lap longer than all the other drivers who did not pit on that lap 6 caution. In a good position right now, just needs to maintain that pace. You can tell he's concentrated. And 1 more driver we have on in-car here tonight. Number 2 of Steven Johnson. All over the back bumper of Jamie Walker. Oh, saving a little bit of fuel as well right there. Interesting. All right. We got some strategies being played here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Now you're going to have to, especially those drivers who had to pit early. They're going to have to do something slick to make it back up here. Drivers just brought it down pit side. Alex Harris and Aaron Bach over. A bunch of people bringing it down pit side, actually. Nick Okie, Chris Legou, Mike Hamlin, Ryan Flanagan. A bunch of drivers hitting pit road this time by. And here comes our race leader, Steven Johnson and Jamie Walker. Oh, Johnson almost locking it up right there on pit road. Man, he had that thing sideways. That hands the race lead over to Chris Berg. Also gives him a few bonus points for leading the lap. He's got Larry Bell right behind him. Now, these drivers also pit on lap 6, but they might have been saving a little bit of fuel here when they were running back mid-pack. Same with the number 14 of Dave Seats and the number 20 of Mike Massengill. Now, Mike Massengill actually pit on lap 7, so he actually might be able to get a lap lead here tonight as well if he stays out another lap or two. As he proves me wrong there, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Massengill, he's going to bring it down behind Chris Berg, Bell, Larry Bell, and Dave Seats here. So that should give the race lead back over to Ty Morosco. But Taylor Butcher Benjamin wants it. He's taking a peek to the inside of the number 1. Not a good enough run, though, here as we come down the front straightaway. Going to take a lap number 32. That does hand the race lead over to Ty Morosco. Taylor Butcher Benjamin running second. Jamie Walker in third. Derek Paulson fourth. Steven Johnson had kind of a longer pit stop. He had an 11-second pit stop there. Overall time on pit road was 45 seconds. He fell back to fifth, but all over the back bumper of Derek Paulson right now. Going to take a peek to the inside, down the back straightaway here. Trying to take over fourth, trying to make his way back up towards the front. There is speed in that number 2 car. I tell you what, on rails here tonight. Aaron Bonkover having a really good run right now, actually, as well, sitting in 6th position. Everybody cross your fingers and hope that the number 44's computer holds out tonight. Up 22 spots since the start of this race, running in 6th position, having a good run. So Joshua Rutherford, again, one of those drivers who's just outside the playoffs, needs the best finishing position he can get here tonight. And so far out here doing a great job. Running in 8th, trying to hold off Sam Lawson. Sam Lawson also had a 10-second pit stop, which is rather interesting. I don't know if they were getting a little damage fixed or what they were doing there. A lot of other drivers had about 8-second pit stop, fuel only. I'm wondering if maybe they took right side tires on that stop. Maybe change up the strategy just a little bit. But yeah, Joshua Rutherford did not really gain or lose anything on that cycle of pit stops. That's positive for him, but he's got to keep an eye out because Rick Thompson, he's right behind him. Now, Rick Thompson is already in, but Thompson's also right on the verge. So it's going to be close, I think, once the points roll out here. Be sure to keep an eye on the Facebook page for that. Amanda does a great job keeping everybody updated on the Facebook page. So follow Blazing Pedals Racing League on Facebook. So remember, drivers can go about 20 laps on fuel here. Steven Johnson, yeah, that kind of confirms it to me that these drivers might have taken right side tires on that pit stop, which again is a bold strategy call here this early in the race. But maybe thinking it's going to go green flag and they just want to control the race. That's exactly what Steven Johnson's doing. Is he's got about a 2-second gap over Jamie Walker right now, who runs second. So we're starting to get a little spaced out here at Auto Club. John Perkins trying to hold off Paul Ellison right now. It's a battle for your 11th position. Here comes Chris Berg. Kobe Sutphin having a good run as well. Right now, currently being scored in the 14th position. And here's a driver we really haven't talked a whole lot about tonight is this number 99 of Chris Carroll. He's all the way back in 15th. Not sure if maybe he's playing a little strategy of his own. He came down pit road on lap 29. Had about a 9-second stop there for the number 99. Back up to the front. This is only confirming my thought even more, ladies and gentlemen, that Johnson took right side tires because he's gone. I mean, 4.5 seconds right now over Jamie Walker. Walker only has about a 3/10 gap over Ty Morosco, who runs in third. Derek Paulson back there in fourth. Taylor Butcher Benjamin fifth. Single file all the way out through the top five as we got pretty good battle going on up here. This is Paul Ellison and Aaron Bockover. Now, Ellison had a 15-second pit stop. Ellison is on 4 fresh tires. I can guarantee that 100%. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to be taking lap number 40. We're going to go ahead and take our first commercial break of the evening. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing. What's
up, everybody? We're taking a break in this exciting race to tell you a little bit about Savage Edge. You can go to our link here, www.savageedge.com, or our Facebook here. So we're about to tell you a little bit what Savage Edge does. Have you ever wanted to put your face on a t-shirt or maybe your iRacing car? Well, we can do that for you at Savage Edge. Take a look at our direct-to-garment printer. Did you just get excited about what you can see on a t-shirt? Well, we got more for you. What about embroidered hats? Everybody loves a good hat. Look at this. We also do beanies that double as kitten holders. There's also so much more we can do here at Savage Edge. Vinyl graphics, coffee mugs, koozies. We basically can put your name on anything. So go to savageedge.com and check out our Facebook. Now back to the race.
And a huge shout out, as always, to Savage Edge Graphics for coming on board this season as the league's primary sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, we say it all the time. You know, Savage Edge is a sponsor, but go check them out, savageedge.com. Buy yourself a hat. Buy yourself a True Sim Productions t-shirt. Get yourself a Savage Edge t-shirt. Corey makes a bunch of awesome stuff. You will not be disappointed. Back to the race. Steven Johnson now has about a 7-second gap over second place Paul Ellison. Now Ellison, remember, also took tires on that pit stop. I don't know what these guys' strategies are here tonight, but they got something figured out that we don't, it seems like. I've been watching Steven Johnson there a little bit under the commercial break, and he's been running that top groove. Now, I was talking also to Alex Harris before the race. Harris mentioned that if you run the top line, you'll actually save tires. And I had to re-ask him that question, because I've never heard somebody say that, where if you run the top side, you actually save tire. I thought the top side, because you're going faster, would make you wear tire, but they got something figured out here tonight at Auto Club, because Harris running inside the top 10. Steven Johnson running in the lead. Do you see him working that high side there in 3 and 4? As I say that, this time he kind of goes to the middle. He's kind of changing it up a little bit each lap. Go back to take a look at 4th position. It's Aaron Bach over in the 44. He is having a fantastic run tonight. 24 spots gained so far. Coming to take a lap number 49. John Perkins, one of those drivers who has to really get a good finish here tonight. He is sitting 16th in our point standings right now. So you want to talk about being on the bubble, it's that 33 car of John Perkins. Now, I talked to him before the race, and again, just wanted a good finish. Wasn't really expecting a win, just wanted to get a solid finish. And here he is running up inside the top 5. Same with his teammate, Speed Mafia, Rick Thompson, in that number 76. Having a great run out here as well. Up 26 spots since the start of this race. Running in 6th. It's Paul Ellison. Brings it down pit road. So we must have timed that perfect there, ladies and gentlemen, with the commercials, because we're making our 2nd round of pit stops right now. If Ellison brings it down, he might be trying to gain some time here on Steven Johnson, but it was about a 7-second gap beforehand, so. Chris Berg takes over second. So we got Jamie Walker, John Perkins, Chris Carroll, Aaron Bockover all on pit road right now. Tires, it looks like, might be going up for the number 44. Not sure. Yep, he got 4 fresh tires on that number 44 machine. Going to be fast when he gets out of pit road. Steven Johnson on pit road as well. He has one of the earlier boxes here as he started in the back. Remember, he gained about 33 positions thus far, being in the lead. Hands the race lead over to Chris Berg in the number 66. Is that a Blackhawk Motorsports right there, Chris Berg? He's got Limitless Racing right behind him, Kobe Sutphin in the number 23. Now these drivers last pit on lap 30 and 29. They're going a couple laps longer here than everybody else. As you see, drivers starting to head out on the pit road. Chris Carroll came right up in front of Chris Berg right there coming down the backstretch. Is Berg bringing it down pit side this time, or does he keep it out? He keeps it out. Was he saving a little bit of fuel right there maybe on that run? Because Kobe Sutphin, he's bringing it in. Trying to get you guys good camera angles here, ladies and gentlemen. Nice little following drone cam right there. We're riding with Chris Berg. See all those drivers who pit are right up in front of them. And man, I mean, everybody is just so spaced out right now, ladies and gentlemen. It's unreal. What I mean by that is you can literally look at any part of the racetrack right now and find a car on it. You see Berg and Seats bringing it down pit side. This should hand the race lead back over to Steven Johnson. But Ty Morosco running in 4th right now. Remember, he was one of those drivers who did not stop on that lap 6 caution. And he pit on lap 45. So there really is only about a 6-7 lap difference between these drivers. But if this thing goes green flag the rest of the race, they might have to start worrying. Again, everybody, I want to thank you all for tuning in to tonight's coverage of the Blazing Pedals Xfinity Series, brought to us by Savage Edge Graphics on True Sim Productions. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, where we bring you live streams of races every day of the week almost. Not only that, we got Tanner Marr, who does his fancy pre-race shows. And don't miss September 2nd, our new show coming out called Race Chatter. It's going to be unfiltered, uncensored. It's going to be awesome. I hope you all tune in for that one. September 2nd, Race Chatter. That'll be hosted by our very own Corey Sherman and Tanner Marr. Remember, we are giving away a few bucks here. As always, halfway award from True Sim Productions. Got about 5 laps till that. Steven Johnson looks like he might be taking that over. But I tell you what, when he came down pit road, like I said, he had about a 7-second lead over Paul Ellison. And now the gap has shrunk to 3 seconds with Ty Morosco running second right now. It's only a 3-second gap to Steven Johnson, and he's closing every lap. Last time by, Johnson ran about a 42.02, whereas Ty Morosco ran a 41.34. So Ty Morosco basically a full 7/10 faster right now. Those tires making a huge difference. As you see Johnson starting to run down the 12 of Mark Arthur here. Mark is being scored in the 28th position. So he's about to be put a lap down right here. Remember, Dalton Kilroy and Wellman got into that little bit of an accident. Now, well, we got to do it. We all know he ain't called cap and save fuel for no reason. Let's go on board. Let's listen. I don't think he would be saving this early. I think it might just be that damage that's affecting that race car. Very well could be. Or he could be saving. I don't know. Doesn't sound like it here on the in-car. Gap now is about 1.8 seconds from Ty Morosco to Steven Johnson. See Mike Massengill right here looking to the inside of Johnson, trying to get his lap back. Massengill currently being scored 29th, now back on the lead lap as he gets around Steven Johnson. We still got a long way to go in this one, though. We're almost halfway. Ty Morosco can catch Steven Johnson here in the next couple of laps. I might be able to take home that halfway award. That's the biggest thing, too, is that Steven doesn't really have clean air in front of him. He's got 2 lap cars ahead of him. So he's really got to kind of move around and find where that clean air is. Remember, we've been watching him. He's been changing up his line all night long. Right now, running the very bottom of the racetrack. Let's talk about Jamie Walker. Started in 3rd here this evening, currently being scored in 5th. He has Paul Ellison right behind him. Now remember, Ellison, I think Ellison actually took tires on that last stop. He had a 16-second stop for that number 55. Right now, the shortest pit stop I see on timing and scoring is this number 14 car, Limitless Motorsports, Dave Seats. Looks like he took fuel only, currently being scored in the 21st position. We go back up to the lead. You can finally see Ty Morosco in frame now, ladies and gentlemen. Gap now under a second to the race lead. But what's Steven Johnson going to do here on this next set of pit stops? Been out here about 10 laps since he last had to pit. So another 10 laps, we're going to be seeing that number 2 come down pit road. So how about Derek Paulson? He's managed to find his way up inside the top 5 once again, sitting in 3rd. Now Paulson's up 17 spots at the start of this race. He's having a really good run here tonight in that number 6 MFRD4 Mustang. See Kelsey's out in chat saying, come on, Governor, I can give you a Samuel Lawson update. Currently being scored in the 11th position right now. Trying to fight his way around Aaron Bach over to get back inside the top 10. He has Joshua Rutherford in front of him. As Joshua's still having a good run, staying inside that top 10 position there. 9th. Now 10th as Aaron Bachhover works his way around him. Here comes John Perkins and Rick Thompson. Now, what's interesting about that is we know Perkins and Thompson are on the bubble for the playoffs, and so is Joshua Rutherford. So these guys are going to be racing really hard here. Oh, man! Rutherford slid up in front of Lawson right there. Lawson just trying to find a way around these guys, it looks like. He's now falling back to 13th. Taylor Butcher Benjamin on pit road right now, one of the first drivers up inside the top 10 to bring it back down pit side. But remember, he was one of those drivers who did not pit on that one caution we had back on lap number 6. For the race lead, heating up those. Ty Morosco has finally gotten to the back bumper of Steven Johnson. I think Ty might have been pushing them tires a little too hard because His lap times right now are only a 10th off of Johnson's. Remember, Johnson's on a whole nother run here on them right side tires. Roscoe's really struggling to get around Steven Johnson here. I think that these tires have kind of plateaued out for these drivers. Yep, here comes Ty Morosco. So we know Johnson's got about 6 more laps or so before he's going to come down pit road. Also, congratulations to Steven Johnson taking the True Sim Productions Halfway Award here tonight at Auto Club. Everybody make sure you guys share the stream out. This is a great series to watch here on a Sunday night. They always put on a great show. We've had 1 caution so far here in 67 laps. Jamie Walker now finds himself up in the 2nd position. And how about this? Didn't say a whole lot about him, but now back up to 3rd, or up to 3rd for the first time really this evening, is Chris Carroll in the 99. Go back and take a look. We got a battle heating up for 5th as John Perkins is trying to look to the outside here of Bockover, but not close enough to make a move just yet. His teammate of Rick Thompson is right behind them, running in 7th. They got around Joshua Rutherford, who is bringing it down pit side right now. Tell you what, that number 64 has been on point all night long, keeping that car up inside the top 10. Points are going to be close, ladies and gentlemen. And as I said, make sure you follow the Facebook page. We will have the points out to you probably around Monday or Tuesday. Ty Morosco finally gets a good run on Johnson. Here we go, battle for the race lead. Wasn't much of a battle as Ty Morosco flew around Johnson. Oh wait, no. Wow, I pulled a terrier right there. That's Ty getting his lap back, ladies and gentlemen. How about that? Hey Ty, you're in the lead. Keep it up, buddy. I thought he went by him a little too quick. I totally forgot Ty pit. I got so much going on timing and scoring, ladies and gentlemen. It's unreal. Alex Harris brings it down pit side. Right now, first car lap down, it's shown me, is Paul Ellison in the number 55. We got it, 50 laps to go here at Auto Club. Last race of the regular season. Going into tonight, I believe it was Chris Carroll. Yep, Chris Carroll had the points lead at 130 over Dalton Kilrow. But remember, everybody, our point structure here in Blazing Pedals is a little bit different than normal NASCAR. Now, while we have the playoff format and everybody's going to reset for the next race, the top 16 is, there's no more winning you're in. So you can't just win a race and lock yourself into the playoffs. You've actually had to be consistent all season long up to this point to get yourself point your way in to the top 16. See Rick Thompson, Aaron Bockover on pit road. Steven Johnson last pit on lap 51. We're on lap 71, so he's done about 20 laps on fuel. I see him pitting this time by, I imagine. If I had to guess, we're going to see that 2-car coming down pit road this time by. See Jamie Walker there, completed his pit stop. Fuel only for the number 88, 8.32 second pit stop, works its way around Johnson. So Walker back on the lead lap, and as I said it, yep, here comes Steven Johnson down pit road. Ends the race lead back over to Chris Bird. Kobe Sutphin runs second. Now remember, these two drivers, we've seen them up in the front a couple of times on this site, these cycle green flag pit stops. They're able to go a little bit longer than everybody else. I'm wondering if that's going to play an advantage to them later in the race. But the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, we don't know. You at least got 2 more stops. If you can only do about 20 laps, you got about 2 more stops. I'm trying to do math on the fly here. Ooh, Chris Berg saving some fuel too. We're on board with him here. You hear it. Clutching that car. He's not shutting it off, but he is clutching it. So, Chris Berg playing a little bit of a Captain Save Fuel strategy. Speaking of Captain Save Fuel, where is Dalton? Back here in 24th, 1 lap down. And he wasn't saving. I mean, is he really hurting that bad on that race car? Here comes Chris Berg down pit road. So it is showing me that Ty Morosco actually took tires on that last stop. So did Paulson and Taylor Butcher Benjamin. And they actually jumped Steven Johnson on pit road by a lot too, actually. But keep in mind, they also pit about 5 laps before that. That being said, though, ladies and gentlemen, Ty Morosco, your new race leader, Derek Paulson running second. We got about 45 laps to go. We're going to take a second commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Iracing, you wanted the best, you got them for abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the world of outlaw.
What's up, everybody? We're taking a break in this exciting race to tell you a little bit about Savage Edge. You can go to our link here, www.savageedge.com, or our Facebook here. So we're about to tell you a little bit what Savage Edge does. Have you ever wanted to put your face on a t-shirt or maybe your iRacing car? Well, we can do that for you at Savage Edge. Take a look at our direct-to-garment printer. Did you just get excited about what you can see on a t-shirt? Well, we got more for you. What about embroidered hats? Everybody loves a good hat. Look at this. We also do beanies that double as kitten holders. There's also so much more we can do here at Savage Edge. Vinyl graphics, coffee mugs, koozies. We basically can put your name on anything. So go to savageedge.com and check out our Facebook. Now back to the race.
And we're back live here on True Sim Productions. Ty Morosco still your race leader. Remember, last pit on lap 66. He has his teammate Derek Paulson right behind him as they're trying to make their way through some lap traffic right here. That's Amanda Sherman and Chris Legou up ahead of them, and Joe Alberico just up ahead of them. So again, Ty Morosco and Derek Paulson both pit on lap 66. We got 37 laps to go. I think some of these drivers might be able to make it on one more pit stop. I don't know. This is going to come down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen. I've been trying to keep track of all the varying strategies going on, but I think that this really hurt these guys who did not pit at that first stop. Jamie Walker just hit pit road. That's 36 laps to go. I think Jamie's going to have to stop at least one more time then. There's no way he's going to be able to make it 36 laps here. When does Ty Morosco bring it down pit road? Steven Johnson, remember, him and Chris Carroll, well, Steven Johnson pit on 73. Chris Carroll pit on lap 71. They're currently being scored third and fourth right now. Trying to do some quick math in my head. We got 35 laps to go. If they pit on 73, so Johnson's already been out there about 10 laps. He's going to be able to he's going to be pushing it. It's going to be about 5 laps short, I think, in that number 2 car. Chris Berg pit on 75, and I think he might be saving. You know what, let's ride on board real quick. Chris Bird, take a little listen when he enters the corner. There you have it. 66 is playing a strategy. He's trying to I think he's trying to cut out that one pit stop. And honestly, I think that's what drivers like Dalton Kilrow are doing as well. But I could be wrong with Dalton because he's not saving going into the corners. So unless he did it super early and we weren't paying attention, I'm not sure. Battle for the race lead heating up. Steven Johnson up on the top side of the racetrack right now, looking to the outside of Ty Morosco. Here comes Morosco and Paulson down for that pit stop. Amanda Sherman following right behind him. So Steven Johnson, your new race leader. Now Chris Carroll runs second, about a 3.5 second gap back to the 99 from the number 2. As Chris Carroll's going to bring it down pit side. Wondering, oh, wiggle there on entry. We kind of caught it. That's some of these drivers, a few drivers we've seen struggle on entry at pit road. Taylor Butcher Benjamin going around Steven Johnson to get his lap back. Maybe. So I think Carroll's going to have to make at least one more stop. Ty Maraska is going to have to make at least one more stop. Steven Johnson, I mean, he's going to have to pit here in the next couple of laps. Easily going to have to do one more stop. I don't know, man. I'm really curious about what this 66 has up his sleeve right now. I'm looking down timing and scoring, looking at pit stops and the times and what they did if tires are fuel only. And we know that 66 is saving fuel. I don't know. This is going to come down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen. Unless we get a caution that throws a wrench in everything, which at this track is going to be really rare, especially with the Blazing Pedal series. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all's guess is as good as mine of who's going to win this race. I like what Chris Berg is doing, but oh my God, did I call it? Or did I call it? Are you kidding me? A caution. What? We'll talk about throwing a wrench into everything. This changes it all. This is it. We got 29 laps to go, and we get our second caution of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back and see what happened. Ooh, Corey Rutherford and Ryan Flanagan. You know, I mean, Corey Rutherford comes up. We might have to go back a little bit more, kind of maybe see what happened coming out of the corner, maybe into the entry of the corner. I mean, see if maybe there wasn't some contact before that. This is coming out of turn 4. Yeah, Rutherford gets on the apron there. He starts to come up, tries to come up, tries to keep coming up, but 13 just wouldn't let him come back up. I mean, on Corey Rutherford all day. Comes up the track, gets into the 13, but I mean, 13 really didn't leave him a whole lot of room right there. As I did just get word from Race Control, that is on the number 5. I know Corey's not going to be too happy about that, but what do they say? That's just the way it is, you know? Race Control coming through. Number 5 going to be the cause of that caution. So did this help or hurt people? That's a real question. Pit stops. Yeah, you know, I don't know what's going on right now, ladies and gentlemen. We got a ton of drivers on pit road. Right now, Taylor Butcher Benjamin being scored the race leader with Joe Alberico in second. Well, we had to do it to somebody, ladies and gentlemen. Might as well be John Perkins. John Perkins, driver, the number 33. Sam, up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, Sam. Birthday boy.
Hey, he was coming into tonight right on that playoff bubble. We have a caution late in the race here. A lot of different strategies were being played right there. Kind of walk me through what your plan is going forward. Sitting P4 right now.
Yeah, that fell right at the perfect time for me, so I'm just going to race hard from here on out.
We on fresh tires?
We are. I'm on schedule.
All right, John. Hey, thanks for talking with us, and good luck to you in the rest of the race.
Thanks, Sam. Happy birthday.
That was John Perkins out of Speed Mafia. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is my birthday. Thank you all for the birthday wishes. Greatly appreciated. Joe Alberico is being scored the race leader right now, but I don't know. Race control might have to do something here, maybe to get the field lined up the way they're supposed to be. It is scoring Joe Alberico as the race leader, but Taylor Butcher Benjamin and Steven Johnson are lined up as if they are the leaders. So I'm not sure what's going on here. Oh, no, it is Joe Alberico, the race leader right now. So we're coming back to the green flag with 26 laps to go. A little bit of a shootout here to the end, but oh man, this is gonna be wild. Green flag is back out in the air. Johnson all over Alberico. Can't change lanes before the start finish line. And Taylor Butcher Benjamin with a great restart. He's gonna take the race lead going into turn number 1. John Perkins, we just talked to him. Now up to second. Joe Alberico getting shuffled back. 3 wide. Rick Thompson gets sideways down on the apron. Great save by the number 76. Look at them fan out down the back straight of 3-4 wide. Almost contact there going into 3. That was Corey Sherman getting into Alberico a little bit right there. You see Poliski up top. Look at this. Everybody battling for positions. Multiple strategies going on right now. There's people on old tires, there's people on brand new tires, and we are seeing it right here. 25 laps to go here at Auto Club. Down the back straightaway, and we got a battle for the race lead. John Perkins looking to the inside of Steven Johnson. John Perkins coming into tonight 16th in points on the playoff bubble. He's got Aaron Bach over right behind him running in third. Taylor Butcher Benjamin has fallen back to fourth. Another driver who's hoping for an excellent finish tonight. Maybe make his way into the playoffs is this number 89 of Philip Van Vliet, the lone Dutchman. Sitting inside the top 5 right now. Down the back straightaway, we're starting to single file out. First battle on track is back here. You got Collins trying to work his way around Mark Arthur. Derek Paulson and Ty Morosco are battling for position. Jamie Walker trying to fight his way up through these guys. Dalton Kilrow is on the lead lap, I think, right now. Hold on, let me double check real quick. First car 1 lap down being scored is Kobe Sutphin in the number 23. Ellison, the last car on the lead lap right now. Last time by Steven Johnson. Fastest lap of the race, 40.60. John Perkins was right there as well, 40.61. You heard him. We talked to him right before that restart. He was just going to give her all she had. 22 more times around here at Auto Club Speedway for the Blazing Pedals Xfinity Series. John Perkins coming into tonight's 16th in points. Running in second, Aaron Bockover up 25 spots since the start of this race, sitting in third. How about Larry Bell, who just found his way up inside the top 5? Haven't said a whole lot about him tonight, sitting back in the 5th position. He's gained 2 spots since the start of the race. He started in 7th, but was kind of floating near the back. Now finds himself up near the front, having a good run out here in the 43. Whoa! I don't know if y'all caught that. Chris Berg and Dave Seats about made contact right there coming out of the corner. It looked like Seats was maybe trying to cross over Berg, but Berg was trying to slide up in front of Seats, and man, was that close. Battle for your 6th position. Here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, it's go time at this point. You might have one more pit stop. As I'm looking at timing and scoring, there's no driver who can make it the rest of the way as far as I know. But look at this battle going on here between Dave Seats and Chris Berg right now. Seats has had a run a couple of times, but just hasn't been able to pull it off. Goes all the way to the top side of the racetrack trying to build that momentum. Berg looking to the inside of Larry Bell. Seats trying to make it 3 wide. Berg slides back up in front of Seats. What a battle going on here. Well, let's go back and look at Chris Carroll trying to make his way around Kobe Sutphin. Now remember, Sutphin scored 1 lap down right now. But Derek Paulson and Ty Morosco and Dalton Kilrow all up in here. Dalton Kilrow, though, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, being scored in 20th. As here comes Chris Carroll and Derek Paulson. Aaron Bockover also on pit road. First 3 drivers to make a move. Oh, this is getting good. What does Steven Johnson do here? What does John Perkins do? I think if you're these drivers, you got to come down this time. You don't want to lose all that ground. They keep it out on the racetrack one more time. I don't know. They got to be careful with this. You don't know who has tires and who doesn't. Ty Morosco on pit road right now. Chris Berg, Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Laps to go here at Auto Club. We're not going anywhere because we got green flag pit stops happening. We knew everybody was going to have to stop at least one more time. See Jamie Walker and Joshua Rutherford, they're both on pit road right now. Curious to see what these drivers do on their pit stop. Let's see what Rutherford does. Looks like he's getting tires. Walker getting tires. Jack going up on the right hand side. Johnson and Perkins staying out. They pit on lap 92 under that caution, so oh boy. Remember those drivers who came down already in pit, they got them fresh tires. Maybe they're thinking later in the race, come down, get them tires, have a little bit fresher tires than the other guys. I don't know. It's heating up. 15 laps to go. I'm loving it. Here comes Steven Johnson down pit road. John Perkins did not follow him, though. I don't know if I like that move. "13 laps to go." However, Perkins will have fresher tires. And here at Auto Club, it's a very abrasive racetrack. Those tires are important. He passes Steven Johnson right there. Johnson with a 15.5 second pit stop. That's pretty slow on the jack right there. Aaron Bacher, remember, he pitted on lap 102. I think if this cycled through right now, he would be the race leader. He's got about a 7.5 second gap over Steven Johnson right now. Boy, wouldn't that be something up for the season Bacher had to come out here and snag one? Right now, it is still John Perkins leading the way. I don't know if maybe he's hoping for a late race caution, but now it's Steven Johnson got around you here to get his lap back. Right there, John, you should have pit right there. Because now you even got Ty Morosco coming to get his lap back. Morosco, I think Morosco played a little strategy game here. He took right sides only, I think. A 10.5 second stop for the one car. A little strategy being played here with 10 laps to go. I like it. I like it. See Connie out in chat wishing me happy birthday. Thank you very much. I mean, there's no way John can make it. He would have to run 8 extra laps. We've got 9 laps to go. Currently right now, top 5, John Perkins, Philip Van Vliet, Dave Seats, Rick Thompson, Brad Collins. Anything can happen here in 9 laps. Still a big racetrack. We weren't expecting that lap 91 caution. And Perkins still keeping it out on the racetrack. Same with Phil Van Vliet and Dave Seats. I mean, they can't make it. They're 10 laps shy, easy. Perkins finally brings it down pit side. Now, Philip Van Vliet keeps it out on the racetrack. That could be a smart move on his part because that's 5 extra bonus points for the number 89. Here comes Philip Van Vliet and Dave Seeds, bringing Rick Thompson and Brad Collins with them. So that should hand the lead over to this right here. Steven Johnson and Aaron Bockover. Johnson goes around him. Remember, Johnson has 5 lap fresher tires than Bockover does, so it's going to be hard for Bockover to hold that 2 at bay, which he doesn't. Six laps to go. Steven Johnson, now your new race leader. Johnson's starting to put a gap on Aaron Bockover. Steven Johnson might have this one in the bag 5 more times around the speedway. Because he's already pulled about 2.6 seconds on Bockover right now. Chris Berg, remember, I thought he might have had a good strategy here tonight. Still does. Running in 3rd. Ty Morosco, I think he tried that 2-tire strategy and it just didn't work out for him, unfortunately. 4 more times around for Steven Johnson. Only had 2 cautions here tonight at Auto Club for 120 laps. Well, not for 120 laps, but within 120 laps. Steven Johnson, 4.4 seconds out in front of Aaron Bockover. Now, he's pulling on Bockover so much because Bockover did not take tires on his last pit stop. Fuel only for the 44. Berg's actually trying to make a move on Bockover right here for 3rd. Or 2nd, I'm sorry. Side by side down the back straightaway. Berg's going to clear him going into 3 and 4. So Berg now up to 2nd. I don't think he's going to be able to close a 5.5 second gap here in 3 laps. Now, popsicle sticks in the air. 2 laps to go for Steven Johnson. John Perkins trying to get up into the top 3 here. White flag in the air presented by Priority Auto for Steven Johnson. Chris Bergen 2nd. Look at this battle going on for 3rd right here. Oh, a little bit of contact right there. Perkins trying to hang on. to get himself into the playoffs. What a run out of that number 33, man. Well, I think he waited a little too long there to take his pit stop. However, the fresher tires helped him here in the end. He's going to get a top 3, I'm pretty sure. Out of turn number 4, it's all the number 2 car of Steven Johnson taking home the win here tonight at Auto Club. Chris Berg going to get second. John Perkins gets third. Great run out of that 33 and the 66. But it is all Steven Johnson here this evening. What a race, ladies and gentlemen. Steven Johnson burns it down. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's talk to our third place finisher of John Perkins. John, what a phenomenal race out of you tonight. We talked to you right before that last restart. Kind of walk me through what was going through your mind. I think you made yourself into the playoffs. What do you think?
I think I'm there, bud. That was a good run. I mean, I got lucky with that caution. It happened. I was going to literally pit that lap. It couldn't have happened at a better time.
Well, you come home third here tonight, John. I mean, again, great performance out of number 33. We talked to you before the race. You said you just wanted to keep it clean, get a good finish, get yourself into the playoffs. I think you succeeded in doing that here tonight. Who you got to thank on that number 33 for making this all happen?
Yes, sir. I'd like to thank my teammates, Speed Mafia and Rick Thompson, you, truesimproductions, and you being the birthday boy, Corey and Amanda at Savage Edge, of course, Michael Falk for my awesome paint job that I've got on here, CJR Graphics, Mullet Head Productions, Butt Kicker. I think we got Southern Shores Realty, and I think that's it. I don't think I missed anybody else.
All right, John. Hey, again, great performance out of that number 33 tonight. You did everything you had to do to make it happen, got yourself into the playoffs. So we'll see you in the first round.
Yes, sir. Thank you all very much.
John Perkins in the number 33 coming home in third place. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and talk. I want to ask this man a couple of questions, and that's our second place finisher, Chris Berg, in the number 66. Now, Chris, I saw you were saving there before that last caution. How close were you to cutting out a pit stop? That's my first question.
I was 2 to 3 laps to the good, so I was going to be able to make it to the end. And with everyone else pitting, I was in the catbird seat. So when that caution came out, I was just but still came home P2, so I can't complain. I started saving after that first accident where I got 4X, and I was just saving the whole time, and I was keeping pace. And had better long run speed with it too. So almost worked out, but I'll take a P2 all day long.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you were kind of up front and then near the back. You led a few laps here tonight, managed to bring that number 66 home, P2 here tonight. Great points night for you. Who you got to thank on that number 66 for making it all happen?
I got to thank all my sponsors, Vapor Trail Clothing, Pacific Aerial Services, my Blackhawk Motorsports team. I know there's a few more sponsors that I'm missing, as well as everyone that sponsors the league. If without them, we couldn't put it on and couldn't race. And appreciate you up in the booth as well.
Well, we appreciate that, Chris. And again, great finish out of the number 66 coming home in second tonight. And we'll see you in the first round of playoffs.
Yep, thank you. And I heard it was your birthday too, so happy birthday.
Thanks very much, man. Chris Berg, number 66, coming home in second. We're flying through him tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk. Let's just do it. Let's bring him up here. Our race winner, Stephen T. Can't forget that. Johnson. Bringing home the win here tonight. Bring him up on camera, too. We got him on in-car here.
Well, the frustrating part is that somebody else got Steven Johnson first, so I got Steven Johnson 2, so I had to email iRacing. I'm like, I can't be number 2, Steven Johnson 2. I got to actually get something, so I asked for the initial, and they gave it to me.
Wow, hey, that's why you're Stephen T. Johnson. Don't forget the T, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Stephen, you led most of the race tonight. It's kind of an up and down. You started near the back, up 33 spots since the start of this race, so great job there. But kind of walk me through your race overall, what you were thinking when that last caution came out, and what the strategy was going forward after that.
Yeah, so I mistimed the qualifying effort, and it canceled, like it ended the qualifying session. It was like 4 seconds left to go, and I'm like, I figured with qualifying you're gonna have an extra like 20 seconds after that. I needed to use it because I'm got some other responsibilities here, so that kind of sucked. So I had to start pretty far back in the pack, and I just figured, okay, if this is gonna be the scenario, let me just try something different with the tire strategy at the beginning, and that worked out pretty well. It got me up to the front, and then at that point it was just kind of trying to maintain the strategy, and Chris Berg had it. If the caution didn't come out, he actually cut out a stop. He would have been able to make it to the end on one more stop. Not sure how much time he would have had to give up to do it, but he would have been able to do it. And then with that late race caution, then it gives you more options. And again, that's just another gamble. It's like, is this going to run green to the end? If so, you need to pit here. If you're expecting another caution, you need to run it long. That's kind of what Perkins did. But today was our day. It worked out.
Well, that's just it, man. You come home with another win here. You're going in strong to the playoffs here that we start here in a couple weeks. So congratulations on the win here at Auto Club. Who you got to thank on number 2?
Well, I appreciate True Sim Production. I think it's a True Sim sweep because I won Friday night too. So, but I didn't win yesterday, so I guess that doesn't count. So I got to get better at my short track game. And appreciate just Blazing Pedals. It's a fantastic league to be a part of, and I heard it's your birthday, so happy birthday.
I appreciate that, Steven. Congrats on the win again here tonight, and we'll see you again in the next one.
Appreciate it. Let's talk soon.
Stephen T. Johnson coming home with the win here tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us here on True Sim Productions. I hope you all enjoyed tonight's coverage of the Blazing Pedals Xfinity Series, brought to us by Savage Edge Graphics. Wasn't that long of a race. It was a really good race. We love Auto Club. I do, at least. That track puts on great racing every time. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a good one, everybody.